And game one of EU winners bracket between TWA and the team of Rain. No flagships for either team this game, but a Nevsky has been brought. We got Lucian, Yu Yang, Ledge Cab, Ledge Guden, Stalingrad, and Castilla. We got Lucian. We got Ledge Holland. We got Yu Yang, Salem, Jinan, Nevsky, and Yoshino. Let's see how they're going to play. This seems like a lot more standard than the other game.
To arms for liberty and justice.
So, as we were saying, it's a much more standard setup here. I mean, you don't have a battleship on either team, but this is much more what I was expecting for WMI. You choose to forego the battleships because of the expensive cost and play. Interesting points here. Jinan is not terribly shocking to see because it's 7 points. Yoshino is a little more intriguing. With 9 points, that's a rare occurrence. Triple DD quad cruiser for TWA. Quad DD triple cruiser for the side of Rain. Now, the Stalingrad for Rain is going to function basically as a mini battleship. You gotta be danger because it has the longer fire and flooding time, so you gotta be careful with where you position that. But that is legitimately its job, is just to radar and act as mini BB. It is a very aggressive positioning. Guden is going to sit there trying to burn off anything that decides to smoke. So if the Guden gets here and he has range to the Salem here, he's just going to try to airdrop him and get him out. Nevsky Jinan is going to be disgusting with the Yu Yang. That flank is going to fall for the side of Rain at some point. They're not going to be able to keep that held. And so as we look for it, I mean, we got the Yu Yang, the Jinan, the Nevsky out wide. The Cabby's going to shadow, but, I mean, Cabby has 8.7 kilometer detection. He's never going to spot anything out there as long as the Yu Yang stays there. So, no damage yet. Stalingrad gets himself to where he wants. Lucian will pop the Hydro, no spotting there. Watch this Guden. So what I was talking about with this Guden, so we're going to zoom down in on the Salem. And you can see Guden is in range to drop that Salem if they spot the Salem. Like when the Lucian ducks in here to B, if they decide to radar him, Guden's going to be able to dump several airstrikes on him. There's the spot. And I expect that's a big radar, actually. You find the Holland, the Lucian, the Salem. You know where everything is now. And a big hit on that Salem. And here comes those bombers I was talking about. Watch. First set out from the Guden. This is going to be behind. It forces the Salem forward. Salem now pinched very painfully. Here comes the second set. So he dodges the first set. He won't be able to dodge the second set. Shells come in down to 39k. Here come the bombs. Down another 9,000. And this is what we're talking about with the Guden. And because he comes in at such an angle, these aren't going to be hit. And so as the Salem backs up, here comes the second set. We'll take the zoom in, watch as these drop down. And you'll see he gets lucky on that one. He manages to dodge most of it. But B not taken. Lucian of World Spawn gets A. And early advantage for the side of Rain. Early advantage for the side of Rain. That's big. The Salem down 10,000 after heal. Lucian is healing, but he's going to be down to a max of about 20k. And you can see he's just spamming out those airdrops. C has been taken, but Sriver spotted. Shells in onto Sriver. He gets the cap, but pays for it with almost 7,000 health. He can heal. But he's really not in a good spot. And the cabbie now is going to just open up on the Yoshino. And so you're going to see Yoshino. He's got the HE. He can definitely do work to the Khabarovsk. It's just a question of how much gets done in exchange. And so Amugu is going to continue to get absolutely focused. Yu Yang dodges Kim Chai Wan, which I believe is Bison, and if it's not, my apologies later on to anyone watching on YouTube. He's going to get a really good trade there on the Holland. Holland down to 11-7. Yu Yang at 16-2. He is burning. He'll dodge that salvo. He cannot DCP, so he's going to burn down probably to about 15,000. But yeah, we're going to assume that's Bison. In the absence of other information. Lead for the side of Rain is now almost 80 points. Lucian gets spotted by the Salem radar, so Worldspawn will have to retreat out of the cap. That'll start to lower down the lead. Stalingrad at 65k, Salem spotted, but the Gudin has retreated. And the downside of this now, with the Gudin retreating, and that's 7k, is that, oh, he does still have the range. I was like, does he have the range? No, he does. And so, we'll go in for a watch here. Here come the bombs. He takes another 3k. Salem is in danger here. Another 5k. That Salem's just getting absolutely wrecked. Sriver being forced back. Rain is getting really good control down south, and they need it. Because you can see up here, the cabbie down to 10k, and we talked about this, he's just going to lose those fights up there. He can't do anything. They get some good damage onto Marcelo Pello, but Kinnymod's just going to push down that flank, and Kinnymod and Nevsky is very, very scary. And so as we're looking at the Gudin of Rain, he continues. I mean, you can see why this Gudin I'm talking about, this thing is just so powerful. Stalingrad has taken a lot of damage here in return, but Salem is... he's going to be really close to going down here. If these shots hit, they don't hit. Salem should get out of this with his life, but he's not going to be comfortable. Yeah, 5-4. He only has one. The fires go out. Yeah, he will survive, but that is not a comfy spot. And with Holland having been forced up at 9,000 health, this just becomes, like I said, Rain is being forced off the north, but they forced the side of TWA off of the south. And now the Salem's got to move forward. Stalingrad at 15,000. Salem will dodge that set of drops, but he's pinched. And there goes the Stalingrad. He takes the Lucian Torp. First blood does go to the side. TWA. Salem finally hits that heal button. That's only going to heal him up to about 20k. Maybe 23. 2 caps to 1. 50 points lead for the side of Rain, but they are down 50,000 health right now. Yep, there we go. 21k. He'll drop. And they're just forcing that Salem to dance back and forth right now. Lucian has the spotting on enemy Lucian, so it's Lucian v. Lucian. Current advantage definitely going to the side of British, but it depends on these shots coming in from the cabbie and such. Shots in! Castilla shots based on how much damage those did, and that is massive. That is absolutely a fight win now for the side of Rain. Lucian doesn't have to worry about these torps because they're deep waters, and that points lead up over 80k again. Now, on this side, you can see the problem is Rain can't move up too far because the Yoshino is holding them here. Mugo's sitting on the flank, doing really well damage-wise, health-wise, and so he can't do anything. Castilla of Dast has 17 seconds to heal, and remember, they don't have a way to get him dark. Dastert in major danger, and this is the problem with not getting those kills earlier. Lucian's gonna spot those torps. Can he get the dodge line? He dodges out past them. Holland spotted briefly, but it's not enough to get the kills. And that's just the problem for Rain right now. They've done great damage on a lot of things, they just haven't gotten the kills. Double fire on the Salem is nice. His last heal is up, so he's going to max at just about 14k, 13k. Heal will negate the fire damage, but he is now on a ticking time bomb. Kabaros the Gangbang gets hurt. And I don't know, it depends on how well this was dropped. Looks like this was dropped expecting he would move back forward. It doesn't. And so he's going to dodge those. But yeah, he ends at 12,753. Dastert has used the heal, but he is going down here. And like I said, Kinnymod's just going to run rampant down that flank. There's the kill. Brings the points narrowly in favor of TWA, but they are up 50,000 health and a cap. And you can see this pinch now. And Taro trying to get rid of the Yoshino. He has used a heal, the Yoshino that is. So AP shots here could do some real work as he tries to retreat out. Down to 36k. Shots in. The Holland is spotted. This actually is a potentially major misstep here. If World Spawn and Gangbang can get him down, and remember, this is his last heal.
Everything is at stake.
He's trying to get dark.
Draws near.
He's in real danger. There's the DCP. He does get dark. Shells are in, but he doesn't get set on fire. And that's just that. It continues to be what we're talking about. Inability to finish the ships. World Spawn has to pop out here and spot. And they desperately need the kill. Here comes the Lucian. He wants to kill the Salem. He will kill the Salem. It's just a question of how long does it take. How many salvos does the Salem get off at him? Fire early is big, because it forces the DCP. And the Kabaros of Gangbang goes down, ladies and gentlemen. 800 points in climbing for the side of TWA. Rain. Shells are in onto the Salem. Salem will die here. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. They get their first kill on the board, but they're still just pinned down to one cap. The Guden Lu has had to run. Yoshino's at 18,000. He can't heal, so this may mean a dead one, but Torp's coming in. Guden takes one. He sees the next set coming. Can he dodge it? If he doesn't dodge it, he's definitely dead, and oh, it runs out just barely. And now Yu Yang should spot Lucian here in a second. I'm actually surprised they're not detecting each other. There we go. Guden does go down to the spam. Bison's gonna turn. They're gonna put shots in onto Lucian, but I mean, with the Jinan there, it's just too much. And Taro's just trying to claim the consolation prize of killing Umugu. Umugu has 12 seconds to heal, though. He's got to get him now. 8 seconds. 6. It's gonna be tight. And they'll get him. Brings it back to just a 2-ship deficit, but the problem is just it's too much health differential. 60,000, you've got a full health Yu Yang, you've got a full health Nevsky. I mean, you could kill the Yu Yang here theoretically, but then you still have a Lucian, a Jinan, and a Holland to deal with. And World Spawn. He dodges the Torps, but they know it's over. Shoots into the rock. And there's the kill, ladies and gentlemen. Just 17 seconds. This game will be won by the side of TWA. They will take a 1-0 lead in the series and put themselves one game away from securing first place in the EU portion of the bracket, moving into playoffs tomorrow.
We stand victorious.
I like their new clan logo.